Okay, so now the screws. Let's see, we got part three. We do this in order: one, two, three. Three screw. They are slightly different from each other, but let's go ahead and jump into this. I am going to file new English Standard Part Create sketch. I'm going to draw it against this plane here. I'll go ahead and put a center line down the middle because I'm going to revolve it. Okay, turn the center line off, and so it comes out and down and in a little bit, and then down and out a little bit. I think these are concentric lines here, and then for the screw part, all the way down. All right, so our overall length of the screw is 3.813. 3.813. 0.813. All right, and then this top portion is 0.625. Okay, now this area from the bottom of the screw to the shaft, so to speak, is 2.5. So this here is 2.5. This distance here is 0.188. Alright. And these I do believe are collinear because it doesn't give a different diameter. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. That's good, it's already set. Now we have an arc shape right here. It starts at 0.063 to the top of the arc, and we have one down here. Starts at 0.032 to the bottom of the arc. Okay, so what I'm going to do, let me go ahead and put the diameters in real quick. This is 0.625 on top. Ooh. Okay. And interior diameter here is 0.438 right here. 438. There we go. And then we got the 0.312 thread right here, 0.312 18 UNC 2A. So that's going to be 0.312 diameter. Now, to get that shape, a conical shape, I'm going to draw a line over here, about distance of 0.625. And we'll put a line here. Make sure that's horizontal. There we go. I'm going to drop at 0.063. So a distance of 0.063, 0.063. Then we'll do a 3-point arc. We'll go from this point here to here to here. I'm just going to come in and trim out all this other stuff that is not needed. Oh, that breaks it up like that. And then on the bottom one, we're going to have the same process basically. Draw a line here. 0.32. That's perfect, almost perfect. 0.312. Okay. And then put a line in here. 0.032. We can do our 3-point arc, starting point, end point, and then this point. Trim out what we don't want anymore. So we're stuck with that. That's no big deal. All right, and we got fillets on here. Rounds of 0.031. Okay, so fillets 0.031. There. 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 Here and here. Okay, now we can evolve this. Okay. We have to put the threading on, and there's this 0.313 dimension right here, which is where the threading ends. So if we got that 2.5 minus 0.313, we get 2.187 is the length of the thread. So we'll put a thread tool right here, and it'll automatically give us the thread that we want. The depth, I already got that in there, 2.187, because I did this one before. Is that what I wanted? 2.187. Yeah. So this is where would you put your depth in? Let's see. Take it out. And, you know, if I said all the way, it would go all the way. But if I put it up, what is it? 2.187. Yeah. 2.187. There we go. Okay. And that's our screw. Oh, we got to put the hole in. Now, since I built this on these, if we look at our origin, I built it on these, on the origin point. So I have these planes that I can use. I'm going to change my view to a wireframe so I can see, and then I'm going to pick one of these planes, either at YZ or the XY plane. Let's do the YZ plane, and I'm going to put a sketch on that. And we'll put the hole in, draw a circle, centered. It's a length of 0.343 down from the top. So we go from here and then we mouse up here. Oh, come on, grab it. I'll have to grab this first and maybe dimension. Oh, you're not letting me, are you? Oh, no wonder. I have to do a project geometry. So it'll create a piece, you know, something that I can work with. Now I can do that. From here to here. Up the top, get the right dimension, 0.343. And then the diameter is 0.185. There we go. This is wrong because it's going to the top of that. Let me change this to, let me get rid of this. Delete. We have to get to the center of this one, to the top of that one. It doesn't want to do it, so let me do this. From the center point. Come on. center point. That's weird. It's being persnickety. Alright, well, let's just calculate it then. So this is going to be 0.343 actually minus, this is a 0.185, divide that by 2, 0.185 divided by 2, 0.925. Put that in my memory just in case I forget it. Okay, clear that. So we got 0.343 minus 0.0925, right? 3.708. That should be good enough. 3.7. Like 343. Oh, I had divided 343 minus 0.0925, 0.2505. So it's quarter inch now. Or I gotta give it 0.2505. All right. That's weird that it wouldn't let me do that. It bugs me now. Huh. All right, finish sketch. Change my view back to shaded with edges. Oh, done it. Should have done that. Well, let's see. I'm going to extrude right there, and both directions. Make a cut through all. There we go. Now I got my hole. All right, so I'm going to say this is screw, or did I already say this is screw? Nope. File, save as screw. Okay, now the next part, part 4, the pilot screw, is the top's the same, but this part's a little different. The length is the same. Okay. Everything else is the same except for this part. So I'm going to do is I'm going to say this as, so I got the screw saved, it's in the book, so I'm going to say this as the pilot screw. And I'm going to go back to the original revolution, edit the sketch, and do some changes here. This has this little cut in it that's 0.125 wide and 0.031 deep. So I'm just going to draw a line in here, extend this, trim this, make this distance 0.031. This distance 0.25, right? Double check that. 0.125. That look big. 0.031, and then down here we have 0.313 area where it's a 1/4 inch diameter, and it's not rounded. So let's draw a line to here, extend this, trim this out, and then change this diameter. Oh, wait. Don't want to do that. We want to, yeah, I want to do this. I want to add stuff. There we go. Like that. Make this diameter 0.25. Right. 0.25. And this distance 0.313. 0.313. There we go. All right, so we'll finish the sketch, and we had errors occur. Dagnabbit, doesn't always happen that way. Well, I accepted it. Let me go back. What did it not like, I wonder? I don't know. All right. Well, I'm gonna accept it. Obviously, didn't like the threading. It looks right, right? Excuse me. Put the threads on there. Full thread. And say okay. Now it doesn't put actual cut threads in there. It's just a representation of threads. To do an actual cut, it's a whole different ball game. And since we're turning this into a drawing file, we need to do it this way because it'll show the thread representation in the drawing file. And but if we were going to 3D print this, we would have to make one with the cuts in it. All right, so let's save that. And let's see, is the thread the issue here? Okay, yeah. Let's delete that thread. Let's put a new one in. All right, so let me do the pins real quick. And we'll just do file new part. Now I'm going to create these pins smack dab in the middle. So I'll use a center 2-point, let's see, center 2-point center rectangle. We're looking at 2.5 in length. Alright, let me put a center line in here because I will be, the reason why I did center is because I want to have the work planes to access in the center of it for assembly. And I'll show you when we get to that. Anyway, put a center line down the middle of it. So I'm going to need an axis to revolve it on. And what's the diameter of these things? 0.188. Wrong type of line. Change that to a center line. There we go. Okay. 0.188. There we go. And the fillets 0.031. 0.031. Wrong one. Fillet 0.031. This line and this line. There we go. On the fillet sketch. Why not? Let me do something here. Let me trim this junk out. See if that makes a difference. Get rid of these lines too. Try that fill it again. This one's giving me some fits. Let's see. Hold on. Gotta fix our line. Turn that off. Oh. There we go. That time. Alright, then all we have to do is evolve that. Okay. And save as pin now. Okay, that's that.